This will be the most chaotic episode. Okay.
What does it mean to be authentic? Am I sitting right now in front of you being authentic? I'm just being a version of myself.
Being a persona online, you're always playing a role. And I came for myself to the conclusion, it depends on if you have principles that you live by. There's always some circumstances, like when you go to your partner's parents' dinner, you behave in a different way than you behave with your friends. Once you drift away from your beliefs, then you're not authentic anymore.
I think AI lacks so much authenticity. When you program an image for AI and put your prompts, then you're just a technician.
I saw so many amazing things people did with AI just as a tool to express themselves again.
Oh, no, it annoys me. If someone would take the time and put it into developing themselves, they will have great ideas. But people are not doing that. They're lazy or comfortable or afraid.
I don't think so.
I don't think there's anything you can say that will convince me that AI art is art.
Her tattoos feel like tripping on acid. There is no other artist tattooing like this. There is no other artistic approach in the way Poesis does it. I'm so happy to have her on the Culture Over Money podcast. Shira, welcome back at Mommy I'm Sorry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, AJ?
Oh, I'm so good. We're here together, and we decided yesterday that we want to do this podcast.
Yeah, it was very spontaneous.
It was very spontaneous, short notice. You're going back to New York tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And so nice we're doing this. And so nice you're back. I mean, we just talked about how long we've been working together. It's been 4 years, 3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years. Exactly, actually. Exactly 3 years. Yeah.
It's been a ride. For everybody that doesn't know your work, how would you describe yourself as an artist?
Oof. I feel like it's always a hard question because it's like describing yourself in a way, and it's very hard to describe yourself, you know? I would say, to make it simple, it's surreal, it's microrealism, it's color.
The thing about your tattoos and your art is the whole persona, the whole artist, and the universe you create around it.
Yeah.
It makes so much sense, and you let people through your tattoos into a world and let them see something or feel something, which is like a very amazing approach. And this artistry in your tattoos is very rare in today's industry.
Yeah.
In a tattoo culture that became so mainstream that everybody is just get inspiration from everybody, taking stuff from the internet, tattooing it, and staying true to your own designs and your own cores with this approach is fucking amazing.
Thank you. It's not an easy route to take, but it's definitely an important one for me, at least. Yeah.
But have you ever been designing like this or tattooing like this, or did you start with something else?
I always drew like this before I was tattooing, but I started tattooing with more pop culture or just simple microrealism designs, just trying to make them unique and special all the time. Until I realized I can do my own thing. So I just started doing it slowly and developing it.
When did you realize that?
I think I realized I need to do something, realized and wanted to do something extraordinary from the get-go. That's why I always tried, even with the pop culture tattoos, to do something that was not done before, not just do the same thing as everyone else. But I think somewhere around half a year, I would say, into my actual tattooing, I was like, fuck that, I need to do my own thing.
Was there a specific moment or a specific post you did that made you achieve this status?
What do you mean?
Was there a certain moment in your career where you realized, oh, things are changing and people really want to have my designs tattooed?
Not necessarily. I think it was kind of like a progress,
Mm-hmm.
something that grew over time. You first have these few clients who are willing to trust you and give you artistic freedom. So you offer them, hey, let's do this, let's do that. And they go with it. And then you put it on Instagram and people see that, hey, someone else is doing that too and it's possible. And, and then it just like become the things that you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially with your tattoos, because when I see your work, I always like feel something. It makes me think about something, and I get lost in the design itself. And it's not just it's not just a craft or like your technique that you use. Let me say that sentence again. So it's the whole package. It's not just like the technique, the craft, the skill, but the idea behind the tattoo, and that just catches me, and I catch myself like looking at the pieces and just wondering what went through your mind, what was your inspiration, like how did you come up with the design, because they are so unique and so you. And this is what I mean, like
Thank you.
when I see you as an artist, as a person, the way you talk, or when we talk about like different topics and your opinions on that and your standpoints on that, everything like makes sense and it's like super authentic, and I love that.
Well, I think that's like the biggest compliment. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yeah, I think it's very important for me that I will bring me as much as possible. It's never fully possible. Authenticity is like such a thing that we can't really. It's so intangible. Because who are we? But that's a whole nother topic. Yeah.
Let's go into like we have no script on this podcast. Like we can do whatever the fuck we want. We can talk about whatever.
Okay, then authenticity.
Yeah.
I think with social media, talking a lot about how do you call it, mental health and all this kind of stuff, and people really saying be authentic, be authentic. What does it mean to be authentic? Am I sitting right now in front of you? Am I being authentic? I'm just being a version of myself, filming a podcast in front of AJ, aka Alexander, you know? And when I'm tattooing, I'm another version of me. And I always try to bring all my versions every time, but we can't do that. And also the person who I am when I'm alone with myself, in my thoughts, in my head, that should be the most authentic, is never really fully out there. So can we really be authentic?
Oh, great topic. I was thinking about that a lot because, like you said, AJ, aka Alexander, and like on this trip was the first time I realized, oh, I don't even know your real name, because we always live on this industry personas, and I always talk about Poesis, and this time I was like, damn, what is your real name actually, right? Not your Instagram name. And we decided to call each other by our real names, and Shira, Alexander.
I think that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's wonderful. But I also, for me, it's very personal, because usually I don't let people call me Alexander.
Yeah,
because
me neither.
this is very private for me. And the thing about, I wanted to go back on the authenticity point, because being a persona online, in business, in the industry, you're always playing a role, of course. It's always, even for me, like, oh, I run a shop, I run a business, I have employees, I have responsibilities. So all of this is the AJ persona that I became, and that I know I am fully myself when I'm AJ, but also like it's the tattoo persona like this, right? So, and I thought about, like if we always play kind of a role in our life, like doesn't matter where you go, because there's always some circumstances, like when you go to your partner's parents' dinner, you behave in a different way than you behave with your friends, and you always
True.
like play some kind of a role. And I thought, okay, like how much of every role is like the true identity of yourself? And I came for myself to the conclusion that it depends on if you have principles that you live by. Like there's everything comes down to decisions in the end. Like how far away do you go from your own principles to navigate through life? And once you like drift apart from it or drift away from your own beliefs, then you're not authentic anymore.
Yeah.
But and it doesn't matter, like you should stand by your principles and by your beliefs. Doesn't matter on the trends or on the time or on the circumstances, because people, even especially online, or like get under a lot of pressure and then they change their beliefs just to fit in.
Yeah, and we see that a lot lately. Yeah.
Especially in the tattoo industry, right? This industry that came from outlaws and outer skirts and the outcasts.
Yeah, I mean, you know it better than me because you're...
But tell me your point of view on this. Like how authentic is tattoo industry right now?
I just want to say one more thing about authenticity, that I think authenticity is also about vulnerability in a way. Not everything, but there is a part in authenticity that belongs to vulnerability. And I think we need to question ourselves if we are able to be vulnerable as well. Yeah. But can you ask your question again?
No, let's stay there. I mean, being vulnerable, or like taking the risk of like being vulnerable, especially for an artist, is so important, because
it's not only important. If you can't be vulnerable, I don't think you deserve to call yourself an artist.
What is an artist for you?
I think I was in a journey the past year to realize a little bit more what is art, what's an artist, who are painters, who are photographers, who are tattoo artists, and to kind of understand the art world in a whole a bit more. And I think I came to the annoying conclusion that it's so how do you say, subjective.
Totally, yeah.
It's extremely subjective. Like, I can say that one thing is not art, but someone else who does it will say, no, this is art, right? I think at the end, for me, art is everything that comes within yourself, like an expression that comes within yourself that involve this authenticity and vulnerability and this expression, thoughts, emotions, values, ideas. When someone only does lines, for example, if I see that someone does it with all their heart, that they love it so much, that it's thin lines, and talk about how a line can be a magnificent thing that holds so much, for me it doesn't matter if it's an art or a fucking portrait. It's art, you know? If it's a line or a fucking portrait. Yeah.
Okay, nice. I understand. I think your definition of art is like very generous. Like it's very generous and very like spread, and it allows a lot. I'm more harsh in my definition of art, because for me art, I have like different kinds of definitions actually. First one is, does it do anything with me? Like this is very subjective. When I let's say I go to a museum and I look at different pieces, and then with this I'm just like, oh yeah, it's okay. This grabs me and pulls me into its universe and world, and then I'm just staring at it and thinking about it, and it triggers something in me, then it's art.
Maybe it's good art for you.
Yes, very subjective.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about art. What is art? And then we can talk about what's good art.
Yes.
Which
Okay.
is-
Okay. My second definition of art is once you really understood the rules of a certain niche of art, let's say line work, let's say portraits, and you are fully capable of doing it, and then because you're capable of like doing everything in a niche or in a certain style, or you can do different styles, and then you choose, oh, I'm gonna do this like that because I want to express this. Maybe you have a social commentary, maybe you have like a design you want to approach, maybe you want to do a reference to something, but you're able to choose from different ways how to express yourself. This is for me more art than you were only able to express yourself like this because you cannot do something else. You know what I mean? This is my definition. Like
Yeah, then I get what you're saying.
that sometimes people call themselves artists because they create something, but they just created it this way because they don't know how to do it better. And if it's the first, like sometimes
Yeah.
it's the first approach and maybe it's really good, then
Yeah.
then it's okay, then it's something else. But in the majority of cases, it's still on this like beginner level and they didn't understand their own craft or their own
It's
own
not
art.
authentic, basically.
Yes.
Just because maybe you saw it and aesthetically it was pleasing for you, so you do it the same way. Then I agree with you. In that
Then it's
case,
not
it's
art.
not authentic and it's
Yeah.
not art. Yeah.
Definitely.
Which we have a lot in the industry right now.
How do you feel about this?
I'm a bit frustrated, but I think it's not only about the tattoos, it's the whole world like this, right?
Everything.
It's everything. Like everything is just a copy of a copy of a copy. There's a song. That's the title. A copy of a copy. No, right.
But it works, you know? Like, I was just talking to some friends of mine about this, and they're way younger than me, and they're doing like a lot of TikToks and stuff in music industry. And we talked about like, oh, copying content, because personally, when I go on TikTok and I start scrolling, there's a lot of times I see people doing a joke or a bit, and then I think, oh, that's fucking funny, it's amazing, I love that. And then I scroll like a couple clips further, and then somebody else is playing the exact same joke, and then again somebody else is doing the exact same script, and you don't know which one was the original, who started it.
Yeah.
But it works for them, and that's why people are doing it and consuming it. For me, it's just boring then, and there's no artistic approach to it. It's just like a mass production of content and
Trend.
trash and
Trend, I said.
yeah, I said trash.
I was like, oh, we sang trash. It was trash. Okay.
No, it's trash. It's trash. Like, just because something works doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah. True.
You know, like, I'm pretty grimy today.
Grimy? Oh, like
Like, I'm hating on stuff. No, I'm just like full of it. You know.
we woke up with free hate today. It's okay, you know.
No, it's just like people. Sometimes I have the feeling people expect that whatever they do should be appreciated, it should be recognized, and should be super good, and things should be super easy. And really, I hate that. I think great art comes from like hard work, suffering, like really going into it, like clashing with your peers, talking about it, hating it again, and then recreating it and exploring your own unique approach in this world. And I don't know if maybe it's not the zeitgeist anymore and people just want easy consumable stuff that everybody likes.
Maybe.
But this will go over, I think. I don't know. What is your approach on it? Like, where do you think everything goes, like art-wise, in 5 years?
Oh, I think it's hard to say because of AI. I think everything will be kind of like, you know, like I don't know if people will only hear it or see it, but I'm like doing a a hurricane with my hands. It's like, whoa. I have no idea where it will go. I think it will be terrible at first, but I think at the end it will lead to an explosion of new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think this is how it will be. I think for now we were at the time, I think that maybe I heard it from you and I'm repeating it. I'm not sure. That we are in a time where everything is kind of repeating itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then we are... Well, I had just heard a lot of podcasts about AI. I'm trying to gather my
Give
thoughts.
me your authentic own opinion. Don't repeat like anybody's podcast.
Because I have no idea about AI in general. It's just the podcast that I've heard, you know. So
No, but
I don't use AI. I don't like it, you know.
Oh, I thought all your designs are AI.
Oh, really? Yeah. I just like boop, 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 boop.
You just don't want to
That's
tell
it.
anybody.
Yeah, that's the secret.
That's the secret, right? But you never tried designing with AI?
No, never.
But it's super interesting just to play around with stuff, you know? Because I think AI has so many, like, a lot of people talking about, oh, it will take away the art and everything. And I don't think so. I think it's just another tool we can use because, of course, now there is like this crazy pictures it can create and images and movies, but everything that is like created easy will be of no value in the long run, right? But I think I saw so many amazing things people did with AI just as a tool to express themselves again, you know?
But again, we talked about authenticity in the beginning of this conversation. We started with authenticity.
Yeah.
And I think AI lacks so much authenticity and so much, like, when you program an image for AI and put your prompts or whatever, then you're just a technician. You're just a technician who put some words. You didn't create.
No, I don't think so. Because yes, but also like, so we're doing this podcast, yeah? And in the editing, I think, oh my God, it would be so fucking funny if there is like a tiger creeping up behind you.
Oh.
And then I just do it in AI, you know? And then the idea behind it is still mine. And the message I want to tell or like the emotion I want to trigger in people is still my intent. And I just use this kind of a tool because I don't have a real tiger to let it like creep behind you,
But
know?
there's a difference between that and a whole image or a whole painting that is being created or a whole picture that's being created just by that.
But
imagine like instead of a person going out into the wild with all its gear to take a picture of a tiger, they put it on an AI. What if that's so sad?
No, it's just like,
Like how the whole experience of like going and having all your crazy gear and you know laying on the grass for 10 hours just to get that one perfect shot of a fucking tiger. Just so someone can write tiger with its baby in the wild in the safari.
yes, but this is what I mean. Like when people just write, oh, tiger in the wild, and then you get this picture, cool, there's nothing of value in it. But if you use it and then print it out and recreate it and then work with it, like the possibilities are endless. You can
then
do
again,
with
it's
it.
not art though. It's maybe a brand or a product. It's not an art.
No, it can be art.
I don't think it, I don't think there's anything you can say that will convince me that AI art is art.
It's no difference to modern art, because in modern art, just the idea is, like, I go to a lot of.
No, it annoys me because, you know, if someone would take the time, would take the energy and put it into developing their imagination and developing their self and exploring themselves, they would create crazy things. They will have great ideas. But people are not doing that. They're lazy or comfortable or afraid, or which are valid reasons. But, you know, taking that and oh, no, I know.
Like, I go to a lot of exhibitions, right? And I try to get, because I'm a person, I get bored of everything so quickly. And that's why I'm always like trying new things, always like in search for the next inspiration or excitement, whatever. So right now, like very little things inspire me. Like I just find fewer and fewer things that like really
No, why do
grab
you
my
think?
attention and stuff, right?
Why
And
do you think that though?
overstimulated. Like I saw too much, worked too much on it. Like it's just everything has been done kind of, and like everybody is repeating, so it's fucking boring. And recently I went to an art exhibition here in the town, and I didn't get it at all. Like I was in this gallery, and the paintings were so weird, and I was like, okay, I tried to understand it, and I was like, no, I don't get it. Please, somebody explain it to me, right? And then it was like, okay, the idea behind this. That guy went on a mountain and left some leaves there, and the leaves went by the wind, and then he captured the picture, and then he drew the lines, and then he took the lines and like printed them, and then did the negative, and there was this like long story behind it, and I was like, okay, this is too much for me. This is like, okay, I get it now
Okay.
that you explained it, and there's this process behind it and everything, but there is no, for me, there's no value in it. It's just like over designing. People like right now in design, in my opinion, especially in fashion or whatever, people are just like designing for the sake of likes, for the sake of virality. They add some stuff that is not necessary in the design, that makes no sense in the design. And going back to your art, your authentic approach on it, like I said, the whole package for me is important. Like it's for me, it's not just about the design. It's not about the tattoo technique. It's about the person, about the universe you create, and also about the experience you create for your clients. Because you told me your clients don't actually know what they get tattooed before.
Right. Yeah. They put a lot of trust, which
So
is.
how is the process? Like walk me through it, like from a client's perspective.
Mm, um, Clients submit their stories, or they write me a little letter um, about something that they want the tattoo to mean to them. And it can be their story and experience, sometimes even an ideology. Um, Sometimes they even say, do whatever you want. So, and then from there, I talk with them we do like a consultation. I never miss that part. And we talk. It's a little bit, it's like a very mini light therapy session of like, they talk and I listen, because I feel like that's the best I can do, or at least the minimum that I can do. And I give them space, and I try to see them and hear them as clearly as possible in my abilities. And then from there we brainstorm a little bit about maybe motives that can connect to their story and experience. And then from there I just take inspiration. So I take inspiration from their story, from their emotions and feelings and thoughts and ideas, and I kind of mesh it with mine. What my emotions about this, if I experience something similar, or if it's an ideology, what do I think about it? And then I kind of mesh our two worlds into one, and I just create based off of that, I would say. Yeah. And they're very trusting, which I'm very, very grateful. They're very, people won't get never a 180 degree from what I'm already doing. But all in all, I request artistic freedom. and my clients, I think, understand that. I think also you can't, also me, I feel like if I would go to another artist and I see something so in their world and their language, I would feel like it wouldn't be okay, or not wouldn't be okay, but it would be, I wouldn't get what I want if I would restrict them, because then I would not get them, I would get something else, you know?
This opened up so many questions in my head. I'm trying to figure out which one I should ask. So you said it's like the consultation or the story your clients write before is like a little therapy session already. And I was wondering, was there any project you really struggled with, or that was like especially challenging to create because of the story or because of the circumstances?
Yeah, I think these are things that I can't really go into details because this is people's story, but I would say that the ones I struggled the most with are ones that only want joy without any they don't want a round story, they just want one piece of the story. For me, a round story, a full story, is a story of sadness, fear, happiness, joy, contentness. It's everything together. And I want to believe, at least this is what I say in my work, that it's very full and rounded, and it have everything. So when people ask me to only do something very angry, or only something very sad, or only something very happy or peaceful, I just can't do that, you know? And I also struggle sometimes to do on topics that are very personal to me as well. Sometimes, but it's really, like most of the time it's not problem because I'm very open with my emotions and my expression, and my design and work in general is very my inner world. But if I'm exactly at the same moment really struggling with something, I just think about a specific thing, but I don't want to share it. Then if it's like something I'm currently struggling with and I can't let it out and I can't face it myself, then I would have very hard time to connect with the story. Yeah, I think that sums it up.
Even the mic got sad.
Yeah. But usually it's like I connect with the story, I connect with the emotions, and then it just like pops into my mind.
Is it hard for you, like hearing all these stories? Do you carry them with you afterwards?
At first I did, but around a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, something switched in me and I learned to separate. And at first I was very, very scared because it didn't rock my world every time. So I thought I'm becoming like with a wall, you know? And I was like, whoa, you know, I even talked about it with my therapist. I was like, something is wrong. But I learned to understand that this is just, I just learned to separate. Yeah. I learned to listen and give.
Do you think you just became so cold and like used to it?
I don't think so, no.
No?
No.
You're very self-cautious. I like that. Like that you even realized, oh, there is something changing in my perception.
Awareness. Awareness is key. I saw that you wrote it on your board, like in huge letters, awareness. And I was like, thank you. Yes. It's so important.
But on the board it was more like about getting people's attention.
Well, still.
How do we do awareness campaigns?
Well, then I take it back.
But it's a different interpretation. This is what art is about, right?
Well,
no, but
I wanted to see the best in you, you know?
I'm just being honest about it.
No, it's
And I didn't
important.
want to take away the illusion you created yourself.
It worked, you know. You created awareness.
I should have kept it. Never reveal your secrets. Code of magician's code. Oh my God, what is
Oh.
wrong with me today? I have so many speech disabilities today.
I need also a magician code. I always reveal my secrets.
No, but you have principles. You don't share your client stories. Like I really
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Like I would love to hear the stories because I think it's super interesting. But it's authentic that you don't share them.
It's a safe space, you know. I create a safe space. I can't break it. It's not like they trust me. I need to earn this trust. It's not just given, you know.
I like that. Did you ever have the situation that like you created a design for a client and they absolutely did not like it?
It happened a few times,
Mhm.
and that's totally okay, you know. I always tell my clients that we have designated time to work on the design before we get it to it. So if they come and they sit and they don't like it, we can rework it and see what we can change. And if someone doesn't like the whole design, okay, no problem. We will create something new.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want anyone to have something that they don't like.
Nice. Okay, guys, we're back. So I don't know at which point we cut it out, but
About
we
my,
need
work.
we need to keep some secrets. Magician's code, you know.
Yeah.
So now we're back, and we absolutely lost track. And I would love to go back to your art, and also about where do you see yourself? Like where? I mean, now you're on this level as an artist. You're recognized inside the industry. Like you have your reach. You build your audience. You have your community. You found your own style. You created something. You're working in New York right now. So you came pretty far. You can be proud of that. Like you made something. And what is the vision now?
The vision now, we talked about it yesterday a little bit. The vision now is making sure the vision is correct for me, I think. Yeah. Because I've been so hard focused on getting to where I'm at,
Mhm.
I am right now, that I think when I got there, when I arrived to New York, I was like, okay, like I reached here. I'm happy to be here. I'm proud, but like
That's
I
it.
don't know. I don't
Nobody's
know.
there congratulating you. Oh, you made it. Okay,
No,
now
no,
you're here.
not in that sense.
You achieved your goals.
I do this, you know, and that's enough. I think the things that I imagined I would want when I will get to that point are not the things that I'm sure I want anymore. You know?
Can you be more specific? You don't have to, but
I think it's a bit hard because I'm not even sure about this, you know? Because I wanted to I wanted the simple things like have above 100K followers,
Mhm.
and I wanted to tattoo celebrities, and I wanted to, you know, do like these big crazy things that I saw other people do before me. But now I'm there in a place where I can achieve that, and I'm not sure I get the point anymore. And I'm like reconsidering if what's important for me and why, you know?
Mhm.
So now, for example, the 100K, maybe at the beginning it symbolized for me, you know, fame. But now it just symbolized for me that my business will succeed, you know? That it means that I will have more work, for example, or that it can open doors for me business-wise. So a lot of things shift from a lot of things shift for what they mean to me, and the priorities. So my priority is not to get the 100K, for example, if I go with that example. My priority now is to do something that continue to make me joyful and happy and have fun. My priority is to express myself more, create things, bring back this creativity and, you know, this exploration and yeah, like try new things. I tried so many things new this past year, like you don't even know.
Tell me about it.
I just tried to play basketball the other day with
Here in the backyard?
yeah, they taught me how to shoot, you know.
It's fun, right?
Yeah. I played volleyball. I climbed rocks, you know. I took the bikes in New York for the first time in my life. I rode a bike in the city. Yes.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah. Anyways, and yeah, like kind of questioning everything, but in a positive way, in a way that is taking everything in consideration and not just some things.
Like getting to this point, getting to this awareness of like, okay, now I achieved these goals, now I found out more about myself and like what I really want. How was the way for you to this point? Like what were the challenges in your career? What were you struggling with? What were you fighting against? Were there any challenges at all?
There were many challenges. I think most of the challenges are, you know, the ones that we are facing within ourselves. Because things happen all the time. It's just a matter of how you react to them, I would say. Yeah. I don't know, that sounds from the top. Yeah. I blame it all on myself. I don't agree with myself.
No, but like, was there any point in your career where you thought, oh, fuck that shit, I don't want to do this anymore, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you?
A week ago.
A week ago?
No. No. Yes? No.
Was it?
No.
Come on, tell me about it.
No. No. Wait. Okay, I think...
No.
Wait, no, I'm trying to answer seriously. Wait. Can you ask the question again?
Were you ever at a point in your career where you struggled so much with circumstances, with the industry, with people around you, with like yourself, where you were like, you know what, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, I'm gonna leave this industry, fuck that shit, I'm going back to work as whatever?
I wouldn't say I got to a point where I was like, that's it, I'm quitting. Like, you know, I did have a very low points where I was very exhausted and burnt out. But it always leads me to think something needs to change, you know? Not like I need to quit. Because that's my, you know, mentality. Like to fight on something. But I would definitely say that moving abroad, each like time that you move abroad, this is the second time that I do it, and it's very, very difficult. So the first time, it was the first time I moved abroad, so it's difficult by itself. I was very lucky to move with Nitzan.
You moved to Hamburg, right?
Yeah. So I was very lucky to move with one of my best friends, with Nitzan, and have her support around. But it was a very, very difficult journey. I guess it just wasn't my city. I love Hood 7. The studio was great, but the city for me was too gray. There was not a lot going on there for me. And I think with that and with moving away for the first time, you know, it put me not in a good place, I would say.
Can I ask why you didn't go to Berlin?
That's a great question.
Because you're so Berlin. Like you would
Honestly, the
fit into the city.
first time I was in Berlin when I was 16, I was like, I'm going to move here.
Yeah.
And that was my mind. I'm going to move here. I'm going to move here. I think I really loved the studio. I really loved the studio. So I moved for the studio.
Ah, crazy.
Yeah.
And now, when did you move to New York last year, right?
Yeah, almost a year in December.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why New York?
I think it relates a little bit to what I said before. At the time, I thought still the most amazing tattoo artists are there. And I love the energy of the city. It's very... There's just a lot going on all the time. It's very chaotic. And I love that. I can just open my phone, search what I can do today, and there are 5 things that I want to do, you know? There are people in the street all the time. They're like, everything I need is there. There's store for everything. I don't need to shop online. I can just go to the store. And you can always find yourself there. I mean, I wasn't in any place that I made friends as fast as I made in New York. And good people, you know, not just like on the go, like great people. And I think it's very, very unique. Yeah, and of course the opportunities are endless. I went to the coffee shop next to the studio and I saw my favorite musician. It was like, oh my God.
Who's that?
Tamino. His name.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's even prettier in person.
Did you say hello?
Yeah, of course.
You took a picture, or what did
No,
you do?
I said that I'm very sorry to interrupt him, and I love his work, and thank you, and I left. And then I was like, oh, why didn't I offer him to him? And I was like, I was too excited. Yeah.
If you would start today, young and fresh, into the tattoo industry, what would you do?
I wouldn't do anything different, I think.
Or what would be your advice to tattoo artists starting now? Because I hope we have like a lot of aspiring tattoo artists watching and listening to us and looking for their own style, looking to like make a name for themselves and stand out in this wild industry.
Then I think, as we said, be authentic. Explore yourself, really explore yourself, understand what it is that you really want to do, and then go on and do it without question. Have this, you know, laser-focused mentality, at least for the first years, before you take a stop and think. No, this wasn't a good advice. No.
Before you sell out, before you cash in on everything.
No, seriously, sorry, I'm not in a serious mood. Maybe.
But very important, on your peak of your career, come to Mommy, I'm sorry.
Yes. Even before.
No, I love to scout like young artists. Like I love to spend as much time as possible on Instagram, just like browsing through different pictures, videos, also on TikTok, just looking for tattoo artists with new styles that just excite me. And often I find like young artists that have like 1,000 followers or something, and they do something really crazy, or maybe it's not there yet, but I already see like, oh, there is something special about this person or this tattoos, or sometimes even the way how they take pictures or how they present themselves, because I see how they understand their art. And yeah, I love spending my time like this. Like it used to be way more exciting a couple years ago, because there were so many new ideas and every day was like something new coming up, and everybody was moving so much and creating so much, and it was just like, I think it was the time because everything popped on social and we connected all over the world. And then every morning when I woke up, first thing I did was checking Instagram, watching what all the people from New York did, LA, in Russia, in Australia, in the whole rest of Europe. And I was like, just, oh, look at this design, look at this. And I was like telling my crew, like, oh, did you see that post? This is fucking crazy, the idea behind, blah, blah, blah. It was an amazing time, like 2017, 18, like I loved that. And now I'm still like every day looking for new artists, looking for something special. It's way harder because now you have the copies of the copies of the copies of the copies.
I think,
but still, there's a lot of gems.
Yeah, I think if you move out a little bit from the contemporary tattoos, then you find like something more maybe abstract. You know, stuff like people do their own drawings. There is like this new wave of young artists who just began, who do their own drawings. That is very interesting. It's not contemporary or realistic like we know and are used to, but it's also very, very interesting to see. Yeah.
You need to show me, because I look at a lot of abstract stuff. Like,
I'll show you.
I'm not about genres or niches or styles. I don't give a fuck. Like, like maybe I'm not so well. Maybe like when I go to traditional tattoos, I don't know every artist by name or like.
Because this is very far away from what.
Yes, but usually, like especially in abstract, I also love like super abstract shit. People don't like. I'm a huge fan of Richard tattoo. you know Richard? It's more like of a performance art with tattoos. Like he takes.
Oh, is that the guy that like drips an ice cream on the leg and then? Like, yeah. Oh, I was about to meet him in New York, but it didn't work out. He's crazy. Yeah.
I love his stuff.
Yeah.
And when we did the opening event here in the shop with the fashion show, with the tattoo fashion show and everything, we were talking about like doing a performance with him, and we just didn't find the right idea for this event to do it. But I would love to do something with him.
Like if we're talking about creativity, I think he.
Yeah.
Like he's very controversial, which I think.
Yeah, people hate him, but I can understand why people hate him.
I think he's brilliant, honestly. Yeah. Maybe
funny guy.
you know, yeah.
No, I would definitely love to do something with him as well. And yeah, I mean the whole tattoo industry, like we are in a space right now where everything changes. You have AI, you have bad economy, you have like oversaturation of the market. And I think now is a great time to take a step back, reevaluate everything you do, because now is a new era of tattoo industry, I think.
Yeah.
Because now is, okay, we done everything, like we explored everything. And what is the most important thing about is that tattoo is so inside the society now. It's so mainstream, it's so accepted, it's so the opposite of it used to be, of what it used to be. And so it's a new field. People know what tattoos are, people understand it more, even clients are more educated.
Yeah.
More and more they can recognize like different artists. And this is what I think the next step is, because when I go through the world and I see a Poesis tattoo on somebody and I recognize it, I'm like, oh fuck, yes, this is a Poesis tattoo, let me see that, and how was the experience, and we talk about it and stuff like this. And this excitement that I have in my nerd mind for tattoos, I would love to create a way that other people can have the same excitement about a piece of art they see or a piece of work in the tattoo world. And a big part of this is to make it recognizable, to let people inside your universe and understand like your art and what the story behind it is, and just like make them understand and relate to it what you do as an artist, so they can get also excited. So it's more about an education for the rest of the world to show them what we do inside our industry. Because I always compare tattoo industry to music industry and fashion industry, but with fashion and music you have like one product that you can reproduce and like spread out, and you can just work on this one product. With tattoos, it's always a one of one, it's always a personal experience, and we need to find another way. Instead of putting a logo of something, and you can see, oh, the design should be the logo, so people should recognize, oh, this is this girl Poesis, yeah, I saw her on a podcast, or like I saw some tattoos of her, and oh, I really like how she does the therapy session with her clients and like create the designs and stuff, like crazy. So I think this is the next step for the industry and for artists to make themselves like recognizable.
Kind of like to strengthen the brand kind of a way.
Yes. Like make people understand your identity, who you are as an artist. And for this, it's super important to ask yourself why you do what you do. Like, why are you a tattoo artist? Or what does motivate you? And what makes your art art?
Yeah.
How would you describe yourself? Where do you want to be? What do you stand for? What are your values? What are your principles? Are you just copying, or are you really creating something?
Yeah. Oh, you reminded me something very important.
Of what?
So you started saying right now that everything now is changed completely, and I thought this is why it's so hard for me to give a advice for someone who just began, because now things are completely different from where I began. And it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, it was 4 years ago, 5 years ago that I started, and things completely changed since then. So it's very hard to give advice. But now that you said, I just know that since I remember myself, creating art always started with a why. Like there was always the why in the middle, you know? And I would really want to strengthen what you just said, that if someone starts today, or even if someone is just doing tattoos and feels like they need to amp it up, or maybe they're not on the right track, or they just simply listen right now and thinking and just hearing this, you know, then we always need to start with a why, yeah, and have a good why, yeah, for what we do, and not a why of like I need money or power, or, you know, like why you create it.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Why do you do what you do, AJ? What is your why?
I'm thinking a lot about this. Like, why do I stress myself so much? Why do I put in all these hours and everything? And for me, it's just out of pure love for the culture and the industry, because I just fucking love what we do and what we create here, because it's 100% positive. Like, we come here to the studio every day, we come up with bullshit we want to do. Oh, let's do a podcast. Oh, let's create this video. Oh, let's play basketball in the backyard. Oh, I have this crazy idea for a design. Let's tattoo this. And people come here, artists come here creating, clients come here excited for their appointments, and the energy is so fucking good. I love this. Also, with Mami, I'm sorry, the Culture Over Money brands and the other studios, I want to create something that is more of a space for other people to get inspired to. It's kind of a, you could say it's a cult, you know. I want to build this thing that will be bigger than me and just like inspires people from all over the world. And it's so like, when the brand, the studio, or me get recognized somewhere on the world, it's every time so fucking crazy when, I don't know, I'm in South Korea and meeting artists and people telling me, Mommy, I'm Sorry was the inspiration for them to start tattooing.
Wow, crazy.
Or I was in New York and like just talking to people and they asked me like, oh yeah, what you do? And I was like, yeah, I run a tattoo studio. I'm from Germany. Oh, but not Mommy, I'm Sorry, right? And then it's like so fucking crazy
Yeah.
that in this time today you can like reach this amount of people all over the globe, and just by creating something. And for me, this is it just motivates me. Like, I often do everything I do, I just do from the bottom of my heart because I really want to do it. Sometimes it's stupid ideas, sometimes it's genius ideas, sometimes it's the mix of them, or sometimes it's genius because it's stupid, sometimes it's stupid because it's stupid.
Yeah.
Some
You allow
things,
yourself to try, to explore,
Yes.
to fail.
and I failed a lot of times, I succeeded sometimes, and the whole process for me of starting something is so exciting, and like trying out new things, because I was never able to just do one thing. I was never able to, okay, this is like, I found something that I'm really good at and I'm just doing this. I always was like, oh, but what about this? And this is also nice. Maybe we can combine this, and also like, oh, this looks fucking amazing. This looks like fun. Let's do this. And this is what motivates me and drives me. And I have this vision for this industry where I see it and I know what I have to do to achieve that. It's hard. It's fucking hard. And it drives me crazy. But the thought about not doing it, or even like the reality of not doing it, drives me insane. Like
Yes.
mentally, I hate myself
Yeah.
for not doing it. You know? This is what motivates me.
Yeah, wow, I totally relate to what you just said. Like what we talked yesterday and now on the podcast about me having kind of like, I'm questioning everything right now, like positively questioning. There is no point where I question even if I even need to do art, or if I even need to, there is no question about it. And I cannot imagine a world where I'm not doing it. Like, yeah, I would be completely devastated. Yeah.
Nice. Guys, is there anything else you would like to talk about?
You're the host.
I feel like now I just poured myself out. Like, this is an amazing end for the podcast.
I asked you about your why, so yeah.
Yeah, this is my why. This is my why.
Sorry about that.
Just like,
Oh wow, it's already.
you didn't turn off your phone?
No, it wasn't ringing. Don't worry.
What time is it?
12:23.
12:23?
Yeah.
Shit. How long did we record? Okay, guys, I hope you liked this episode. Check out Shilha's work. No, thank you so much for being here. And I really love to talk. And we talked yesterday, got inspired to do this podcast today.
Yeah, I'm
and
very happy we did it.
I love your work. I love you as a person. You're an amazing artist. You're always
Thank you,
welcome
Jay.
here. You're one of us.
So much love to you. Oh, we're hugging, yay. Okay.
Amazing. Guys,
Come to the next podcast. In 1 year, we'll do a part 2.
oh, that would be amazing.
Yes.
So part 2 in 1 year.
Stay tuned.
Let me know who would you like to see on this podcast. If you have any question, guys, drop them down in the comments, and see you next time. Subscribe to this channel. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye bye. Good night.